Hi guys, this is Albuska and welcome back to another video. In the last video we ranked the songs off of Led Zeppelin's third album entitled Led Zeppelin III. Now we're going to be ranking the songs off of their fourth album entitled Led Zeppelin IV, also known as the Untitled album. And this is most commonly known as Led Zeppelin IV, and it's also the most fan favorite Led Zeppelin album. And I can easily see why this can be someone's favorite Zeppelin album. From start to finish, it's a masterpiece, and yeah, I can easily see why this can be someone's favorite album. I love every song on here, but of course, something had to be at the bottom. And this is probably going to be a long video because I'm going to be gushing about the album. And if you watched the last video where I ranked the songs off of Led Zeppelin III, I said that this is not my favorite Zeppelin album. It's one of my favorites, probably in the top three somewhere, but my favorite, well, we'll get there when we get there. But it's not. It's definitely in the top three somewhere. But yeah, no, this is just a masterpiece from top to bottom. Probably somewhere in my top 15 favorite albums of all time. I don't know. Definitely in my top 100 without a doubt. But this album is just amazing. One of my favorite albums of all time. And let's get into this list. So, unlike the first two albums, they had 9 songs. Unlike the third album, it had 10 songs. This album only has 8 songs. So, that's what we're going to be doing. There's 8 songs, and again, I love every single song, but something had to be at the bottom. Coming in at number 8, this song is criminally underrated. It's one of the most underrated Zeppelin songs, one of the most underrated songs, and it's just, I remember hearing it for the first time. I always loved it. I love the mandolin that John Paul Jones plays, and a guest vocal appearance from Sandy Denny, who passed away after this album. Well, not, I don't think after this album was released, like somewhere in the 70s. But you know what it is. Number 8 is The Battle of Evermore. Criminally underrated. That song is just great. I love everything about it. And yeah, if people were to rank the songs off of this album, I could see this one getting higher. But for me, it's at the bottom. I like everything else on here, but this is still an incredible song. Coming in at number 7, I always thought this song was cool. And a lot of people would say this is the weakest song on Led Zeppelin IV. I honestly don't know why. I think it's great, though. But if it's at the bottom, that's fine. If it's at the bottom for you, that's fine by me. But coming in at number 7, Four Sticks, where John Bonham plays with 4 drumsticks on the song, hence the name Four Sticks. But I always loved this song. I didn't even know anyone could play with 4 drumsticks at the time. And I just thought it was cool. And I remember listening to it for the first time, getting hooked by that opening riff, the burr, 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 burr. I always loved it. And yeah, another underrated song. Most of the underrated stuff is actually right here. Well, there's an underrated one near the top, but yeah, I really like the hits on this album, but I love every song on here, like I said. But number 7 is going to be Four Sticks. Coming in at number 6, this song kind of gets radio play. I remember hearing it on the radio often. One of those ballad type songs is really beautiful. With another mandolin song, Going to California, which is just really beautiful. Robert Plant's vocals are very beautiful. And a lot of people really love this song. This is a fan favorite. And I like how this is before the final track of the album, When the Levee Breaks, which we'll get into later. But yeah, number 6 for me is going to be Going to California. Another great song. All right, the top 5. Number 5. You know what? This is probably Led Zeppelin's one of their most overplayed songs, but I still love it. I can listen to it. I'm honestly debating whether or not you know what the other obvious one on here is, but this one is played a lot also. Number 5 is Rock and Roll. I always love this song. It's been a long time since I rock and roll. I love John Bonham's drum is just, in my opinion, the highlight of the song. I love every note every beat he hits. I love the guitar in it, and the bass is awesome. and Robert Plant's vocals are just phenomenal. They're always top notch, and it's going to be rock and roll coming in at number 5 for me. For me, the top 4 is just absolutely incredible. I love every single track. Well, I love every song on the album, like I said, but there's something about these 4 that hit close to home. But coming in at number 4 for me, excellent drumming from John Bonham. One of my favorite songs where he plays drums, Misty Mountain Hop. So incredible. And another criminally underrated song. Like half of the album is radio play, so is non-radio play. So Battle of Evermore, Four Sticks, Going to California. Well, again, going to California does get some radio play. I barely hear Misty Mountain Hop on the radio. I don't know what's up with that. Well, I mean, it's pretty underrated, and Rock and Roll is the only one we mentioned that definitely gets radio play. These top 3 do get radio play. You know what one of them is, obviously, but yeah, these top 3 definitely get a lot of radio play. But coming in at number 4 is Misty Mountain Hop. Well, actually, no, I'm going to talk about the song because I barely talked about it. Again, great drumming. I love the keyboard, and the keyboard intro is incredible. And then the guitar is awesome. The bass is awesome. Bass is underrated in the song, and I always loved it. I always will love it. And Misty Mountain Hop is going to be at number 4. Coming in at number 3, and mentioned this earlier, this is the incredible closer, When the Levee Breaks, which does get some radio play, I would think. But I love probably the most recognizable drum intro, and probably the most sampled drum intro, because, well, I mean, one of the things that comes to mind is, Beastie Boys Rhymin' and Stealin'. Yeah, Rhymin' and Stealin' from their debut album, License to Ill. They sampled that. And that really changed the rap scene at the time. But we're not talking about Beastie Boys. I love Beastie Boys. Maybe I'll cover them in the future. But we're talking about Zeppelin. And When the Levee Breaks is incredible. The guitar is awesome. I love the harmonica in the beginning. And Robert's vocals are just insane. I love his vocals. And yeah, it's just really incredible, and definitely another fan favorite. I assume people would probably have this in their top 10 favorite Zeppelin songs. I don't know, probably in mine. But coming in at number 3 is When the Levee Breaks. These top 2 are for sure my top 5 favorite Zeppelin songs. So coming in at number 2, the song that kicked this album off to the height of fan favorites for this album. Coming in at number 2 is going to be Black Dog. I've always loved Black Dog. I love the drumming in the song. I love of course Robert Plant's recognizable vocals and lyrics. Hey hey mama, say the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. I hear that on the radio a lot also. And yeah, just talk about being just blown away. And this is just a great way to open this album. I loved some of the other lyrics in the song. Also, like some of the stuff I don't understand what he says half the time, but it's incredible in my opinion. So, Black Dog coming in number 2. Great guitar riffs also from Mr. Jimmy Page, and yeah, the bass is awesome also. So it's gonna be Black Dog coming in at number 2. And number 1, I mean, you probably knew what it was going to be from the beginning. It really can't be any other song other than the mighty, overplayed but phenomenal Stairway to Heaven. Now, yeah, you've heard this song a million times, but you can't deny that's a great song. I mean, I can understand why some people are sick of it, but I mean, you kind of have to say it's a great song because, well, it is. I have a lot to say. That opening acoustic guitar riff is just mesmerizing and beautiful. I love it a lot. I also really love, you know, I love Robert Plant's vocals when he comes in, and the Mellotron or Mellotron. I don't know if it's a Mellotron. It might be just a keyboard or something. And then well, it's a flute, but it's a flute in the beginning, but I assume it's played on a Mellotron. But yeah, and then Robert's vocals come in, just really beautiful, and then sooner or later the guitar riff kicks in, and then John Bonham's drumming goes, and then it seems like you're going on a journey in a way. and yeah, it's just incredible. And then after he's done singing for a while, the guitar and the drums and the bass even uh, do the same thing. They just have a good beat. The that, and after that you get arguably the greatest guitar solo of all time. Now I can see an argument for that. It's either, well, that's definitely one of my favorite guitar solos. I think my favorite guitar solo of all time might be "Comfortably Numb" by Pink Floyd, but the guitar solo in Stairway to Heaven is just phenomenal. I love every single second of it. I try to, and again, like I explained before, I'm a drummer, and whenever I would hear the solo, I would just air guitar. I'm probably hitting the wrong notes if I was air guitaring because I cannot play guitar. I'm not good at it at all. And then Robert Plant's vocals at the end are incredible. I lip sync to it whenever I hear it because yeah, I'm that crazy. No, but yeah, it's just an incredible song, and it closes side one. And I know there's actually a few Led Zeppelin fans who go, "Oh, Stairway to Heaven should have closed the album instead of When the Levee Breaks." So, like people are saying, When the Levee Breaks closes side A, and Stairway to Heaven closes side B. I'm trying to think about that if because I'm so used to listening it to Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Battle of Evermore, Stairway to Heaven, Misty Mountain Hop, Four Sticks, Going to California, and When the Levee Breaks. It would be weird if we replaced those two because after I'd be done listening to Battle of Evermore, I would expect Stairway to Heaven, and then When the Levee Breaks turns on, I was like, "Where's Stairway? What happened?" And this should be the last song. And then side two would go, and then you'd listen to Going to California, and after that it's like, well, we already heard When the Levee Breaks. Is Stairway to Heaven gonna come on? And then it comes on. It's like, hey, maybe that is a better closer or something like that. I don't know, but that's what a lot of people think. I mean, I honestly think it's fine as it is, as iconic as it is, because it's a perfect record from a perfect band, and can't really say it. I can't really say it anymore because it's just phenomenal. So here's my list. It looked pretty blurry in the last video. I hope you guys could see it. Yeah, I didn't change it to dark mode. It just changed it automatically. Maybe it's because my phone. I changed my phone to dark mode because I actually kind of like dark mode. But anyway, that is Led Zeppelin IV, their magnum opus. I mean, well, yeah, I can see an argument for that. I don't think it's their. I don't think it's like well, it's not my number one favorite Zeppelin record. Again, somewhere in the top three. But I love every second about the record. It's one of the most consistent records from start to finish. Definitely, probably their most consistent. And it, and I'm honestly figuring whether or not my the first Zeppelin song I heard was probably either "Stairway to Heaven," um, "Immigrant Song," "Whole Lot of Love," or "Rock and Roll." One of those, or "Kashmir" maybe from Physical Graffiti. I'm not sure, but yeah, a perfect album from a perfect band, like I said before. And yeah, that's my. I thought this video would be longer because the other videos I did on the other albums are pretty long. Well, this video is long because but I've always thought this would be longer because I'd be gushing about this album, and I did. So the next album we're going to be reviewing from Led Zeppelin is going to be another underrated album from the discography, just like Led Zeppelin 3, probably even more underrated. Houses of the Holy, and you'll hear my opinion on that tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings, but I will have a lot to talk about that album, and you will be looking forward to that. Again, hopefully tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll post it tomorrow, so I can shove it down your throat. No, I'm kidding. So I can give you guys my opinion on the mighty Led Zeppelin because they're just incredible. Another life changing band. So Houses of the Holy will hopefully come out tomorrow. If I'm busy, it'll probably come out Friday or something like that. But I don't think I'll be busy tomorrow. So expect a review on that tomorrow, hopefully. And in any case, please leave a like, comment if you want, view my videos, and of course subscribe. Hit the bell as well. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Halbuska, signing off. Stay safe.